Drug addiction. Drug addiction is a chronic disease characterized by compulsive behavior and uncontrollable consumption of psychoactive substances. This leads to pathological changes in the brain, destruction of personality, and without timely treatment, can result in death. The main stages of drug addiction development include occasional drug use, syndrome of altered reactivity, syndrome of psychological dependence, syndrome of physical dependence, which combines into a general narcotic syndrome, syndrome of the consequences of chronic drug intoxication. Treating drug addiction is a complex process that may include detoxification, psychotherapy, community support, and medication treatment. It is important to seek help from professionals. If you or someone close to you is facing this problem, alcohol dependence. Alcohol dependence, also known as alcoholism, is a chronic disease characterized by a loss of control over alcohol consumption, an increased craving for alcohol, and an inability to stop despite the negative consequences for health, social status, and personal life. The main signs of alcohol dependence include tolerance to alcohol, requiring an increased dose to achieve the same effect, withdrawal syndrome or hangover, with physical and psychological symptoms when abstaining from consumption, continued consumption despite awareness of health problems and social consequences. Treatment of alcohol dependence requires a comprehensive approach, including medical detoxification, psychotherapy, support from loved ones, and possibly participation in mutual aid programs. It is important to seek help from professionals to begin the path to recovery. Tobacco dependence. Tobacco dependence is an addiction to nicotine found in tobacco products. It is one of the most common forms of addiction in the world, and a major risk factor for the development of many diseases. Key facts about tobacco dependence. Tobacco kills nearly half of those who use it. More than 8 million people die from tobacco each year, including from the effects of secondhand smoke. Tobacco use can lead to the development of cancer, lung diseases, and cardiovascular diseases. Treatment of tobacco dependence includes quitting smoking, using nicotine replacement therapy, medications, and psychological support. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Gaming addiction. Gaming addiction is a form of psychological dependence that manifests as an obsessive fascination with video games and computer games. Network games, particularly MMORPGs, tend to cause strong addiction. The main signs of gaming addiction include decreased performance in school or work due to gaming, feelings of sadness or anxiety when unable to access games, increasing the amount of time spent gaming to achieve satisfaction, abandoning other activities and social connections in favor of gaming, unsuccessful attempts to reduce gaming time. Treatment for gaming addiction may include psychotherapy, social support, and in some cases, medication. It is important to seek help from professionals if you or someone close to you is facing this problem. Food addiction. Food addiction is a form of psychological dependence characterized by uncontrollable consumption of food, often in response to emotional experiences rather than physiological need. The main signs of food addiction include a constant desire to eat, even without feeling hungry, consumption of large portions of food, especially unhealthy ones, such as sweets or fast food, feelings of guilt or shame after overeating, attempts to hide eating habits from others. Consequences of food addiction may include obesity, type 2 diabetes, low self-esteem, and various psychological issues. Treatment for food addiction includes psychotherapy, changing eating habits, and in some cases, medication. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Shopping addiction. Shopping addiction, also known as oniomania, is a psychological condition in which a person experiences an irresistible urge to make purchases. This behavior can become compulsive and lead to financial, social, and emotional problems. The main signs of shopping addiction include constant thinking about shopping, shopping to improve mood, spending a lot of time shopping to the detriment of primary responsibilities, loss of sense of proportion and awareness of the real need for the product. Treatment for shopping addiction includes psychotherapy, developing self-control strategies, and in some cases, medication. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Internet addiction. Internet addiction is a mental disorder characterized by excessive and uncontrollable use of the internet, which can lead to disruption of daily life and interpersonal problems. The main signs of internet addiction include compulsive desire to use the internet, excessive use, spending a large amount of time online, inability to disconnect in a timely manner, and a ceaseless urge to go online. Treatment for internet addiction includes psychotherapy, the use of psychological questionnaires and tests for diagnosis, as well as the development of self-control strategies and changing behavioral habits. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Social media addiction. Social media addiction is a form of behavioral addiction characterized by excessive or uncontrollable use of social media. This condition persists despite serious negative consequences for personal, social, or professional functions. The main signs of social media addiction include compulsive desire to constantly check feed updates, inability to control the amount of time spent on social media, anxiety when access to social media is unavailable. Treatment for this addiction includes psychotherapy, the development of self-control strategies, and changing behavioral habits. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Love addiction. Love addiction is a condition in which a person experiences a pathological attraction to another person, accompanied by obsessive fixation of attention and changes in behavior. This can lead to destructive interpersonal relationships, emotional burnout, and loss of personal identity. The main signs of love addiction include idealization of the partner and a desire to merge with them into a single whole, intense suffering when unable to be together, constant attempts to establish relationships despite awareness of their destructiveness. Treatment for love addiction includes psychotherapy, work on self-esteem, and establishing healthy boundaries in relationships. It is important to seek help from professionals for successful overcoming of the addiction. Yes. I'm the guy from the video. Thank you very much for watching. I will be glad if you like and leave a comment on what topic you want to talk about in the next video. Also, don't forget to watch our other videos. See you again!